Most people expect vans to be slow, quiet, and a bit boring. They haul things, deliver stuff, or take families to the beach. But in Australia, something strange happened. A regular Mitsubishi Express van, once used for simple jobs, was turned into a loud, wild, fire-breathing beast. It did not come from a factory. It came from the mind of Con Pakos. What he built is not just unusual, it is hard to believe even when you see it, and it all started when his old van's engine gave up. Con Pakos lived in Australia and owned a basic Mitsubishi Express, also known as the Mitsubishi L300. This van originally came with a small 2.0-liter engine. It was not fast, it was not special. But when the engine failed, instead of fixing it with something similar, Con did something very different. He grabbed a 5.0-liter V8 engine from a V8 Holden Commodore and put it into the van. That gave the van a big power boost and it became a little faster. But Con was not done. He had a bigger idea. Con's van project grew into something much more serious. With the help of Peter Cleary and Elvio Gonzalez, he took out the V8 and replaced it with an iron block LS V8. Then they added not one, but two turbochargers. The setup produced 625 horsepower at the rear wheels. That is more power than some supercars, and it ran on only 12 pounds of boost pressure. All this power went through a Powerglide automatic transmission and a strong Ford 9-inch rear differential. This was not just a van anymore. It was a missile with sliding doors. To prove that it worked, Con took the van to the Street Machine Drag Challenge. That is a popular racing event in Australia where cars have to drive long distances between tracks and then race on the drag strip. Most people bring muscle cars or performance sedans. Con brought a Mitsubishi van. He raced the quarter mile in just 10.10 seconds and hit 131 miles per hour. People could not believe a van could do that. His van was not the only one. Another man named Rod Garnett built a similar creation. He used a 1982 Mitsubishi L300 and turned it into a Fargo pickup replica. He mounted a 6.2-liter HSV LS3 engine in the middle of the van, just behind the seats. That build also became popular in car shows and magazines. Even though Mitsubishi never made an official Express with a twin-turbo LS engine, these custom vans became stars in their own way. They showed what happens when you mix creativity with car parts that were never meant to go together. In the end, Con Pakos' van might not have delivered packages anymore, but it sure delivered something else. Surprise, confusion, and a bit of tire smoke. Back in the early 1990s, people did not expect a delivery van to scream past at nearly 200 miles per hour. But Ford had a different idea. Instead of just updating their transit van and putting it in a showroom, they decided to build something wild. It looked like a regular van, but under the body, it had the heart of a race car. This strange beast was called the Ford Transit Supervan 3, and it made people ask, what happens when you mix a work van with Formula One technology? The story began in 1994, when Ford of Britain wanted to promote the new facelifted version of the Transit MK3 van. But instead of building a slow-moving showpiece, Ford's team reused an older project, the Supervan 2. They took its base and gave it a new fiberglass body that looked like the updated Transit. It may have looked like it was ready to carry boxes, but it was hiding something far more dangerous underneath. The whole frame was actually from the Ford C100 Group C race car, a vehicle built for endurance racing. And right in the middle of this van-shaped shell sat a 3.5-liter Cosworth HB V8 engine. This was the same kind of engine that powered Formula One cars in the early 1990s. It had around 650 horsepower and could spin all the way to 13,000 revolutions per minute. The engine sent power through a 5-speed manual transmission to the rear wheels. It weighed only about 1,962 pounds, which meant it could hit nearly 200 miles per hour. All that inside what looked like your local plumber's van. But there was a catch. This setup needed a lot of maintenance. The Cosworth engine was not easy to take care of. So in 2004, Ford decided to give the Supervan 3 a little update. They replaced the racing engine with a Ford Cosworth Pro Sports 3000 V6. This engine made about 260 horsepower, which was still fast, but a lot easier to manage. The top speed dropped to around 150 miles per hour, but the van was now more reliable and less expensive to maintain. The outside of the Supervan 3 was just as interesting as the inside. It had a fiberglass shell that looked like a slightly squashed Transit Mark III. Over the years, the van wore many paint jobs. It once showed up in Royal Mail Red, since Ford had a deal with the UK's Postal Service. It also wore blue and white Ford racing colors, depending on the event. The Supervan 3 spent over a decade touring auto shows, racing events, and promotional displays. It appeared at places like the Goodwood Festival of Speed, shocking people with how fast a van could go. After 2001, the van was retired and eventually placed in Ford's Heritage Collection. People still remember the Supervan 3 not because it made any sales, but because it did something unusual. It took the boring idea of a cargo van and turned it into a fire-breathing machine. And even though it never delivered any packages, it definitely delivered some surprises. Back in the late 1980s, something odd was happening in America's family car market. While most people expected minivans to be slow, quiet, and practical, Chrysler had another idea. They looked at the Dodge Caravan and said, "What if we made it fast?" The result was the 1989 Dodge Caravan ES Turbo, a minivan with a turbocharged engine. Yes, a turbo in a family hauler. It sounded like a dare, and Chrysler actually went through with it. This strange machine came from Highland Park, Michigan, where Chrysler Corporation was headquartered. Lee Iacocca had already helped make minivans popular with the original Dodge Caravan and Plymouth Voyager in 1984. But by 1989, customers started complaining that their minivans were underpowered, especially when carrying kids, luggage, and maybe a dog or two. So Chrysler took the 2.5-liter inline-4 engine from their compact cars, added a Garrett T03 turbocharger, and stuck it in the Caravan. They called this setup the Turbo 1 engine. The turbo engine made 150 horsepower at 4,800 revolutions per minute and 180 pound-feet of torque at just 2,000 revolutions per minute. That may not sound like much today, but for a front-wheel drive minivan in 1989, it was a real surprise. The engine came with either a 5-speed manual transmission or a 3-speed automatic, giving drivers a choice between family duty and sleeper car fun. The 1989 Dodge Caravan ES Turbo was only available in the short wheelbase version, which made it a little lighter and easier to handle. It weighed around 3,086 pounds and could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 9 seconds. The quarter mile took around 17.1 seconds, finishing at roughly 82 miles per hour. Those numbers may not break records, but for something designed to carry groceries, it was fast enough to surprise your neighbor's Mustang. On the outside, the Caravan ES Turbo looked mostly normal, but it did have turbo badging, optional 14-inch alloy wheels, and sometimes silver lower body cladding. Colors like ice blue clear coat or black with silver trim gave it a slightly sporty look, though many people had no idea what was under the hood. Inside, the Caravan came with twilight blue cloth seats, optional faux wood trim, air conditioning, and tilt steering. There was even an optional popular equipment package that added cruise control and power-operated rear vent windows. The Turbo Caravan never sold in huge numbers. Chrysler only built this version for 2 model years, 1989 and 1990. Soon after, buyers started preferring V6 engines, which were smoother and more common in newer minivans. Chrysler followed the trend and dropped the turbo idea. But today, this minivan has earned a small cult following. Well-kept examples now sell for over $13,000 on auction sites like Classic.com. The 1989 Dodge Caravan ES Turbo was never meant to be a muscle car, but it quietly proved that even a minivan could have a little bit of fun, especially when nobody expected it. And that is what made it so odd and so interesting. In the mid-1990s, if you were in Japan and saw something that looked like a minivan but stood taller, chunkier, and oddly more prepared for a mudslide than a grocery run, chances are you were looking at a 1994 Mitsubishi Delica Space Gear L404WD. It looked like a van, drove like a truck, and had the kind of presence that made people stare. sometimes in confusion. And that was exactly the point. The Mitsubishi Delica name had been around since the 1960s, but by May 1994, things changed with the release of the fourth generation. Mitsubishi Motors, based in Tokyo, gave the new Delica the name Space Gear, as if it were part van, part lunar module. Built in Japan, this generation was known as the L400 series. Unlike the older cab-over versions, this one had the engine in the front like a normal car. That made it safer and gave it better balance. Still, the rest of it was anything but ordinary. One of the most important things about this van was the Super Select four-wheel drive system. It was borrowed from the Mitsubishi Pajero, a proper off-road vehicle. This meant drivers could shift from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive without stopping, even while going 62 miles per hour. That made it perfect for people who like to drive from city streets to mountain trails without thinking twice. Under the hood, there were several engine options. The most common diesel was the 2.8-liter 4M40 turbocharged diesel, which made about 140 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque. It was strong and reliable. There was also the smaller 2.5-liter 4D56 turbo diesel, which produced around 105 horsepower. For people who wanted gasoline engines, Mitsubishi offered the 2.4-liter 4G64 inline 4 with up to 145 horsepower and a 3.0-liter V6 engine called the 6G72, with as much as 185 horsepower. Buyers could pick between a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic transmission. Inside, things were even stranger, in a fun way. Some models had something called a crystal light roof, made up of several glass panels on the ceiling. Others came with swiveling second-row seats, perfect for turning the van into a rolling living room. There was dual-zone climate control, and the top trims like the Royal Exceed or Super Exceed even had wood trim and fancy upholstery. It seated between 7 to 10 passengers depending on the setup. In Japan, the Delica Space Gear was popular with large families and outdoor travelers. In Australia, it was called the Mitsubishi Star Wagon. In Europe, it was sold under the name Mitsubishi Space Gear, and while it never officially came to North America, enthusiasts started importing them after the 25-year import rule kicked in. It was not perfect. Early models had rust problems, especially around the frame. Getting parts could be tricky in some countries, but many Delica owners did not mind. With strong Pajero parts underneath and a boxy, weird charm on the outside, the 1994 Mitsubishi Delica Space Gear L404WD was one of those rare vans that could take your whole family to school, and then straight through a river.